There is currently a lot of buzz right now around this purple little pill. And that's what I'm here to talk to you guys about today. Now, listen, I am not the one who usually gets pumped up about products, especially those products that are specifically geared towards fat loss. And that's because usually those fat loss pills and diet pills that you see being promoted are usually nothing more than stimulants. So they get you hyperactive, they get you feeling like you need to move around a lot, and so you do. And that is typically not an effective approach to fat loss. However, I am really hyped up about this potent little purple pill for a very good reason. So let's just take it back to the beginning. Whenever we've spoken with you about fat loss, we always put it under this umbrella of hormones, meaning your fat loss and your fat gain is largely dictated by your hormonal balance and your hormonal health. So a lot of people approach it from the calories in, calories out standpoint, and we get that. It seems like fat loss should be nothing more than a simple math equation, but it's not. It's far more complex than that. And that's because there is a web of number of different hormonal responses that are constantly taking place in your body, all of which affect your ability to burn fat, to use fat for energy, or to slow down or prevent fat gain. So the reason why I'm so pumped up, though, about this potent little purple pill is because the key to fat loss is getting control over your hormonal signaling. That's right. This is why we encourage things like time-restricted eating. Why? Because it helps to get your hormones in balance. This is why we encourage things like higher protein intake. Why? Because it reduces the chance of you eating the other foods, those highly refined foods that typically throw off your hormonal balance. And it's also a food that's more satiating. It's why we encourage you to get plenty of sleep, because we know if you're not sleeping, your cortisol levels are shooting up, and that creates greater fat storage. But at the end of the day, what controls your hormone signaling? It's a good question. Glad you asked. So your hormonal signaling actually takes place in the gut. In fact, we know that about 90% of the hormones that your body produces are actually produced in your gut. See, all this time we thought all of our hormones get produced from our brain, that our brain sends signals to the body that then dictate which hormones are getting secreted. But we now know that most of that signaling is actually starting in the gut. And so we always put this great emphasis on your gut health and speak to you a lot about your microbiome, because everything starts there. Your general wellness begins in your gut. So back to the potent purple pill. So right now I have the pleasure of being in a pilot group of about 50 people who are currently utilizing this product, along with an entire regimen, most of which is very similar to the Pure Physique regimen, which makes me a really good test subject for this, because I can tell you whether or not the pill actually works or not. And what is so awesome about this is that this is the first time a fat loss supplement has been developed that attacks it from a different point of view. That is correcting the root problem, which is your gut health. So if you've heard us talk about the microbiome before, which myself, Corey Beth, we've probably mentioned numerous times. And we're so adamant about the microbiome because we know that that gut bacteria is what creates this cascade of hormonal effects on your body, all of which affect the way that you feel, the way that you look, your energy levels, your sleep, everything that you can imagine emanates from the gut. But up to this point, no one has ever created a product in which it is targeting the microbiome that is specifically responsible for fat loss. That's right. Every fat loss and diet pill that you've ever come across has only been a stimulant or something to help your body lose water. But none of it ever gets to the root of the problem, which is why once people use those products and get a little bit of a kickstart on their fat loss, the moment they stop using it, everything falls to pieces because they never got to the root of the problem. So here's the thing. We've spoken in the past about microbiome and how there's different strains of probiotics and prebiotics and all of these things which influence these different pathways in your body, okay? And now, here's the kicker though. If you were to go to, let's say, a Walgreens, a CVS right now, and you just pull the probiotic off the shelf, do you really know what that probiotic is doing for you? I mean, most people are going to say, well, I know it's good for my gut, right? Well, that's correct, depending upon which strain you get. And this is where the problem lies. With many strains of probiotics, some may be really useful in helping you with IBS or Crohn's. Others might be really great for helping you with your stress and anxiety. Others might help you tremendously with your sleep. But the thing is, you don't know what you're getting when you pull it off the shelf. So there's these very generic probiotics, all which are lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, but there's different strains of those probiotics. And if you're not getting the right strain, then you don't know what you're actually getting. So up to this point, though, nobody has isolated the strains responsible for the hormonal signaling that results in fat loss. But now they have. And this is actually the first product that actually has that strain in it. So it's exciting to see what will be coming mid-January when this potent little purple pill hits the market. But it's great because for the first time ever, we don't have to rely on the old ways of doing things. And we can help accelerate what we're always trying to do in the first place, which is get ourselves into better hormonal health, better hormonal balance, but now with the very specific outcome of helping us to lose more body fat. I don't know about you, but I'm excited. As you can see, I'm excited because I also get to pilot it, and I've already been using it now for a little bit. So I'm really looking forward to sharing all of my results with you when this pilot project is fully complete. But in the meantime, I can tell you right now, from all the feedback from all of the participants, so far it's been pretty awesome. And if you could change just one thing to make a major impact on your gut health and your ability to burn body fat, this may very well be that one thing. So I'm excited to share more with you guys, and I will continue to share more with you as the weeks progress, but be on the lookout. And don't ask too many questions because I can only answer so many. But I'm excited for you guys to see this, to try this, and to burn fat more effectively and in a way that's in alignment with the Pure Physique way of doing things. Take care, guys.